streets, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup, toast to the winners, throw it up.
See what the drums at.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Play action. It's Howell. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. 7 seconds. Faster. Wait.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured. And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch, too, huh? A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The Panthers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On the set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Falcons 10, Panthers nothing. Young Wei Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, Howell to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Back to throw, Howell. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Howell looking to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 2nd down now, Preston. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. Now Howell. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Another throw for Howell. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
38.
On 2nd down, Bear, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Byer, and he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the gut, Fournette. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Come on, stay. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Bear. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Howell. And this one too low.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Second down throw for Howell. He's got it to Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Howell now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty. So
a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Preston. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well,
Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 2. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. On the move past the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Throwing here, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Howell. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now a give, right side. Preston. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Touchdown, Panthers. Antonio Gibson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Koo knocks this one through the posts, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw here, hauled in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Ready.
Now a give, right side. Byer. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Preston. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Fourth down, Howell. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants, so the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome is in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Carolina, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Commanders come to town.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
My boys make